You don't have to read all the finance books you lay your hands on to gain the financial knowledge you need to create your dream life again. We've made the work easier for you by compiling 10 eye-opening money secrets from 10 of the best finance books in the world in this video. You don't want to miss out on the sixth secret. Number 1. Understanding money. Some people shy away from money talks because it seems like this crazy complex thing. Don't blame yourself. There's a reason it feels that way. Wall Street and the financial world make it look like a maze on purpose. This is due to the benefits the big shots such as stockbrokers, financial advisors, and banks derive from your lack of knowledge of money. Banks take your money, give you a tiny interest, and then use your cash to make more money. In safer investments, while this might sound unfair, they're just playing by the rules. And you can too. Understanding money isn't rocket science. They just make it seem that way so they can keep doing their thing. So let that sink and feel frustrated if you need to, and then decide to change the game. Commit to learning how money works so that you can play the game as well. Number 2. What's the worst that can happen? Think about it. What's the worst that can happen if you just go for it? This is a lesson from a personal development book by Dale Carnegie called How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. This same lesson can be applied to your financial worries. When money worries hit, instead of freaking out, just ask yourself, what's the worst that can happen? Instead of thinking, what if the business idea flops? What if an investment goes south? What if repaying borrowed money becomes a nightmare? Just ask yourself what the worst case scenario could be. The fact is that most of the bad stuff we imagine isn't as awful as we make it out to be. Even if the worst happens, you can usually handle it. Worrying messes with our focus, scatters our minds all over the place. On the other hand, accepting the worst case scenario calms us down and lets us concentrate on fixing the problem. Number 3. Don't live below your means. People believe that the secret to financial success is living below your means, but Robert Kiyosaki in his book Second Chance says to ditch this old school advice. Instead, he's all about making more money so you can afford what you want. Cutting costs is demotivating because who wakes up thinking let's cut costs today? A better idea is to focus on earning more. Change I can't afford it to how can I afford it? In this change of mindset will assist you in creating the dream lifestyle you want. The reality is you can't keep cutting costs forever. There's a limit to it. Also, your money and energy are gold. You spend it on saving a bit or using it to make way more. When you decide to start making more money, achieving that will be easier for you. If you decide to ignore money problems and cut costs every time, you might have less over time. Number 4. Money is a game. Money's like this game we're all roped into whether or not we signed up for it. It's funny that we're quick to admire the big money players in our society, yet we also throw shade at the whole money-making process. There's this belief that money is the root of all evil, and people chasing it are labeled selfish and greedy, but those who actually make money and do well at it don't see it as this ultimate good or evil force. They treat it like a game. We should too if we want to be financially successful. The truth is we're all stuck in the game because while we need money to survive, the only call we get to make is how we will play it. Instead of ending up on the losing side by downplaying the importance of money and complaining it's all being rigged, you should control how well you play the cards you're dealt with. Number 5. Thinking big. Thinking big is all about aiming for those lofty goals that excite you and take you out of your comfort zone. It's all about having a vision that extends beyond the immediate future. It's about identifying opportunities and challenges and taking bold steps to address them. It's about staying focused on long-term goals. It's about being ambitious and not being afraid to dream big. You create a mindset focused on growth, innovation, and progress by thinking big. Most people shy away from thinking big, limiting their aspirations, but thinking big is just the beginning. It's like setting your GPS destination, which will direct your every movement. Number 6. Create your own luck. If you ever hear any reputable entrepreneur's number 1 rule for becoming successful, it's to start taking action. By taking action, you are indirectly creating your own luck. The way to get started is to stop talking and start doing. Forget about all the excuses that you're too busy or need to learn more. Before you start, the best way to learn is to test, and then test some more. The testing that fails will teach you much more, and you will remember never to do it again. Take Thomas Edison, who tried thousands of times before for nailing the electric light bulb. Warren Buffett, a big-shot investor, knows that of the many companies he owns, only a few bring in big wins. So it's okay if many things don't work out as planned. Sometimes all you need is one book, one video, one person, one fantastic idea, or one sentence to change your life for the best. But without taking action, you will miss this luck. Number 7. The sunk cost fallacy. Imagine you've invested a bunch of time, effort, or money into something. It could be a job, a project, or even a relationship, and you later find out that the job isn't your jam, but you kept on trucking because of the time and the effort you've spent on the thing. That's what a sunk cost fallacy is. The sunk cost fallacy is when your brain tricks you into thinking, I've put so much into this already, I can't bail now. Instead of looking ahead, you get stuck giving too much importance into what you've already invested and not enough into what you might lose in the future. It's like staying in a bad movie just because you've already paid for the ticket. Not the most brilliant move. The key is to focus on what's best moving forward, even if it means letting go of what you've already invested. Number 8. Buy assets. Finance books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad dwell on so much of the importance of buying assets. Put money in your pocket. Think investments, rental property, stocks, bonds, and even booming businesses. They're the money makers, the value appreciators. Conversely, like liabilities, take money such as mortgages or credit card debt. As Rich Dad put it, wealth is about buying more assets wisely. To be wise while buying assets, you need more financial education and knowledge. Number 9. Get Rich Young. Some finance and investment books have one thing in common: the advice of saving a bit, investing for like 40 years, and you could end up with over $1 million. Although this sounds appealing, the truth is we would have become old by then. Do you want to be rolling into when you might just need help getting around the millionaire fast lane? By MJ DeMarco counters that idea. This book is about getting rich quickly and retiring early by doing big things. When we hear get rich quick, it often sounds like a scam, but DeMarco isn't talking about overnight success. If you start a business, you might hustle for 5 or 10 years, but once it takes off, you might never work again. That's his version of get rich quick, and compared to waiting 40 years, 10 is pretty speedy. Number 10. Spend, save, or invest. When it comes to money, you've got 3 moves: spending, saving, or investing. Now, where most people trip is spending too much, saving too much, or investing in the wrong ventures. Everyone knows that spending extravagantly or making lousy investments is a money face plant, but saving too much can also be a problem. Things get pricier over time. So, if you're just storing away cash, its buying power dwindles thanks to inflation. So you're left with 2 options: spending or investing, and no one needs to tell you before you choose the most profitable and reasonable one. When it comes to building wealth, it's a puzzle, and there's no one-size-fits-all solution. Look at Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, and Elon Musk. They all took different roads to riches, so focus on finding what matters for your situation and goals. What works for others may not work for you. If you've enjoyed these financial wisdom nuggets, hit subscribe, turn on the notifications, and join me for more money talk. I'll see you in the next one.